Another day, another round of tech layoffs. So you start looking for answers. And you find one. Plumbing, the trades, blue-collar work, jobs that AI can't touch. YouTube says it, your LinkedIn says it, your uncle at Thanksgiving says it. And this year, Fortune reported that 35% of US parents now see career and technical education as the best fit for their kids, up from just 13% in 2019. That's from a recent Britebound survey of more than 2,000 parents of middle and high school students. And that's exactly what worries me, because when everyone starts agreeing on the safe career path, it's usually time to get out. So in this video, I'm going to show you what plumbers actually make. It's not six figures. I'm going to show you 3 other careers that were called safe right before they collapsed. And I'm going to show you exactly when the current plumbing career bubble is going to burst. Let's start with the money. And here's where I'm going to make some people angry. Everyone throws the same numbers around about plumbing. Plumbers clearing $132,000, master plumbers at 6 figures easy, and in some union-heavy metros, that's actually real. New York City UA Local 1 plumbers pull roughly $150,000 a year in base pay before overtime. But those are the exceptions. They're showing you the ceiling and hiding the floor. Here's the reality. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median plumber, pipe fitter, and steam fitter in the United States makes around $63,000 a year. That's May 2024 data. That means half of all plumbers in America make less than that. Entry level, that's not bad. But it's not the promise of 6 figures that got you excited about the career. And here's the part the career counselors and the TikToks leave out. Your dad might have raised a family on that salary in 1995. But with median home prices hovering around $400,000, the National Association of Realtors pegged the February 2026 median at $398,000, up to $408,800 in March. A $400,000 house on a plumber's $63,000 salary can easily push your housing cost toward half your gross income. Before you even pay for a truck, tools, insurance, or a family. So where are those 6-figure plumber numbers actually coming from? 2 places. Either you're in the top 10% of earners, BLS calls that the 90th percentile, and nationally that's right around $105,000 a year. Often that means a decade of experience, a journeyman card, a specialty like medical gas or backflow prevention, or heavy overtime. Or you're not an employee anymore, you're a business owner. And business owner income is a completely different animal. That's revenue minus your van, minus your tools, minus insurance, minus licensing, minus workers' comp, minus ads, minus the phone you're missing calls on. The people selling you on plumbing blend those 2 numbers together because, let's face it, you could clear $132,000 in New York City with a journeyman card, and 5 years of overtime is a lot less catchy than plumbers make $132,000. But the median is $63,000. That's the honest number. And here's why this really worries me. Because what's happening with plumbing right now isn't new. We've been in this exact same spot multiple times. It's the moment where everyone agrees on the safe career path, enrollment skyrockets, programs pop up everywhere, and the money starts flowing. And every single time that consensus forms, it ends the same way. From 2017 to 2020, coding bootcamps were everywhere. The pitch was, anyone could land a 6-figure tech job with a 12-week certification. Learn to code was the mantra. Dozens of bootcamps opened across the US, teaching everything from coding to UX. Then the market saturated. Dev Bootcamp, acquired by Kaplan in 2014, announced in July 2017 it would shut down by December of that year. Couldn't reach a sustainable business model. The Iron Yard, with 15 campuses across the US, announced the same thing the same month. And it got worse. After the 2023 to 2024 tech layoffs hit, Southern New Hampshire University shut down its coding bootcamp in 2023, citing low-cost competition and AI tools. Epicodus closed in early 2024. 2U wound down its university-partnered coding bootcamps the same year. The Learn to Code era is just over. But schools aren't new to this. They'll sell you the dream on just about anything. Remember culinary school? In the 2000s, Food Network and celebrity chef culture turned cooking into a dream career. Bourdain made it look cool. Gordon Ramsay made it look lucrative. And the education system was more than happy to cash in. For-profit chains like Le Cordon Bleu opened 16 campuses across the US. They charged students tens of thousands of dollars in tuition. In December 2015, the company announced it would close all 16 US campuses by September 2017. And what were those graduates actually making? According to BLS, restaurant cooks had a median wage of around $35,000 a year, about $17 an hour. Most culinary grads ended up in $30,000 to $40,000 line cook roles, with big debts. No fine dining career waiting. Follow your passion. Just don't expect it to pay the rent. The schools get paid. The industry quietly moves on. Those student loan payments? They'll still be collected for years. And right now, the bubble in trades is inflating fast. National Student Clearinghouse data shows enrollment at trade-focused community colleges is up about 20% since 2020. Roughly 870,000 students across the country. Third straight year of substantial growth. And plumbing specifically? Plumbing enrollments at public two-year colleges are up 50% versus 2020. 9,000 students last spring, a 21% jump from the year before. And about 2/3 of Gen Z say social media, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, has increased their interest in the skilled trades. A recent Thumbtack study pegged it at 67%. Another survey found 60% of Gen Z plan to pursue skilled trade work. Young people are getting the exact same message from every direction, and assuming it must be right because everyone's saying it. If you've been paying attention, you know exactly how this ends. And I know what I'm going to see in the comments. But there's a shortage. There aren't enough plumbers. Yes, the plumbing workforce is relatively old. More than 20% of plumbers are 55 or older. BLS projects tens of thousands of openings every year, largely to replace people who retire or leave the field. I'm not arguing the shortage isn't real right now, but you're not entering the workforce today. At best, you're entering the field in 2028, after 2 years of trade school plus apprenticeship hours. And you'll be entering the same industry that every parent, every TikTok influencer, and every guidance counselor in America has been funneling people into for years. It's the exact same thing they told coders in 2015. We need more developers. There aren't enough. Learn to code. By 2028, you're not walking into a shortage. You're walking into a stampede. Now let me show you exactly when the plumbing bubble bursts. The demand side sounds huge. Associated Builders and Contractors, one of the largest construction trade groups in the country, estimated the U.S. construction industry needed 501,000 additional workers in 2024, and another 454,000 in 2025, on top of normal hiring. That's roughly 500,000 workers needed every year. Sounds like a lot. Until you look at the supply side. Trade-focused community colleges alone are enrolling about 870,000 students right now, up nearly 20% since 2020. And that's before counting union apprenticeship programs, private trade schools, and non-credit programs layered on top. So here's the scenario. If trade school and plumbing enrollments keep compounding at current rates while construction demand normalizes, it's easy to imagine a late 2020s moment where new plumbers are competing for a slower growing pool of jobs, and wages flatten. That's not a hard forecast. Nobody's published, "The plumbing bubble bursts in 2029. It's scenario analysis. But the ingredients, enrollment growth on one side, finite demand on the other, those are already in the pot. The same way junior developer salaries compressed when bootcamps flooded the market, wages here start compressing when supply catches demand. That's what the enrollment numbers are telling us. But here's the part that made me stop researching and hit record. The Washington Times just covered a joint study from the American Enterprise Institute and the Burning Glass Institute. They looked at over 23,000 non-degree certificate programs from more than 2,000 trade schools. They wanted to know one thing. Do these programs actually help people earn more money? Here's what they found. Only 12% produced meaningful wage gains. Nearly 9 out of 10 skilled trade certificates had no positive impact on wages. Most people paid tuition and ended up exactly where they would have been without the certificate. And this isn't me saying it. Paul Icarino, the guy who runs one of New York's largest unionized electrical apprenticeship programs, read the study and said this: "Many of these certificate programs are built to generate enrollment, not careers. Certifications offer minimal practical experience, and when training isn't tied to real jobs, it doesn't lead to bigger paychecks." And here's the irony. The apprenticeship programs, the ones run by the unions, the UA locals for plumbing, the IBEW for electrical, they actually pay you to train. No tuition, no debt. And they place people into careers making well north of $80,000 a year, with pensions and benefits. So if you want to get into plumbing, you've got two options. You can pay a trade school tens of thousands of dollars for a certificate that might help you land an entry-level job. Or you can get hired into a UA apprenticeship, get paid to learn, skip the debt entirely, and come out the other side with a journeyman card that actually commands the wage. The education system isn't selling you a career. What they're selling is a credential and a dream. They did it with coding bootcamps. They did it with culinary school. And they're doing it right now with the trades. So here's where I land on this. Plumbing, electrical, HVAC, these are skills that solve real problems. For the right person, the right way in, the right market, it's still a good move. But there's a difference between choosing a career because you've done the research and choosing one because everyone told you it was a good idea. Because the people who get crushed in every one of these cycles are the ones who did everything they were told, got the degree, got the certification, did the program, and they still can't figure out why they're not getting ahead. They followed the consensus without doing the math. If you're going to get into plumbing, do me a favor, run the numbers first. The consensus career will keep shifting. It always does. The people who do fine are the ones who run the numbers first. And here's the thing I'm going to come back to on this channel over and over. If you're already a plumber, already in it, the bubble isn't the thing that's going to get you. What's going to get you is the next wave of people walking into this trade. A lot of them are coming out of tech layoffs, and they know how to use AI for lead gen, for quoting, for getting found online. Most of the plumbers I talk to don't. Next video, I'm going to break down exactly what's coming, and the AI playbook independent plumbers are using right now to stay ahead of it. Short version if you can't wait, one of the tools in that playbook is a site called storebox.ai. Website, SEO, and blog posts, all built and managed for you, $10 a month. If you're already thinking about going independent or starting your own plumbing business, that's the stack to start with. Links in the description. Full breakdown next video. Subscribe if you want that. And in the meantime, if you're a plumber right now, tell me if I'm wrong. Drop your title, your years in, and what you're actually making. Not what the internet says you should be making. I want this comment section to be the most honest conversation about plumbing careers on YouTube.